What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, there we go. What's going on, y'all? All right, cool. So there's a couple sites we're going to be looking at. We got London session about to start in a couple minutes. We're going to be paying attention to gold. Yeah, so we're going to keep it on gold right now. What's going on, y'all? New month, new week, new reports. All right, man. Yes, we got a couple minutes till London starts. I'm going to be looking at gold. We're watching the indices too, but I got that on my other screen. And we, like always, you already know we're going to wait for its opening candle. And we're going to go from there. What's going on? Control, I see you in here. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? About to see if we can catch some pips. Yeah, so we got about a minute and a half till London starts. We got a few bank holidays today. We're going to go over all that as well. As you can see, we got a Chinese holiday. We got a GBP bank holiday. We got a bunch of bank holidays in Europe. We got a French holiday, a German holiday, and an Italian bank holiday. So the markets are going to be a little wonky, possibly with those pairs, especially because it is Monday and a new month as well. And then later on in New York, we got some red photo news at 10 a.m. EST for USD. We got ISM manufacturing PMI. And then, of course, later on this week, we got the FOMC statements. You know what I'm saying? We got unemployment rate, ADP. And, of course, Friday, we got unemployment rate, non-farm unemployment change. We got CPIs and more PPIs going on, but we're going to focus on that later on in a couple of days. But as of today, there's only one high impact. We may switch up the other currency pairs due to the holiday. But we got about literally 10 seconds, then London's about to start. So while that's going on, like I said, we're going to keep hold on this screen and be looking at the other pairs on my other screen. What's going on, Sparky? I see you in here. Yeah, so right now we're paying attention to see if price can break this level here. So that's what we're watching. We're looking at possible sells on gold, waiting to see if price is going to break this level, or we're going to look for a sell up here. Either way, we're looking for sells right now. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Yeah, so we're looking at possible gold sells right now. We're waiting to see if price can break that level. Then we're going to go from there. All right, new 15 just started. We're going to look at SPX as well. Like I said, I got that on my other screen. We're going to pull it up just so y'all can see what I'm looking at. But we're going to be looking at possible buys. Those that watched Friday and Thursday stream, we saw what we was waiting to see happen. Price broke above, so we're seeing bullish momentum possibly continue. So that's what we're looking at right here. We're looking to see a new high be made. Wouldn't be against the retracement. Had a pretty strong couple of green candlesticks on Thursday and Friday. But if price breaks this low, we're going to look for buys, or if price retraces back down, we're going to look for buys regardless. But of course, the news can change up as of now. Price is back in the bullish formation. So we're going to be looking for buys on SPX. But kind of the same boat as gold on these daily levels, waiting for price to break it or retrace. So that's what we're doing right now. You see on your screen, let me make sure it's on the screen. So you see how we did last week. Most of y'all should be from this free selling room right now. So y'all should already know, but we're going to pull up the charts and the Telegram in just, well, we're on the charts. I'm going to pull up the Telegram in just a second. If y'all want to see it before I pull it up on the screen, go ahead, like always, click that first link in the description. Free Telegram is right there. You're going to see everything from last week, last month, last quarter, last year. Literally, you can scroll all the way to this time last year, and you're just going to see our results daily, weekly. Everything's documented from the entries, time per trade was posted, TPs hit, how we ended each day, how we ended each week. Everything is very simple and easy to follow. So go ahead and click that first link. Went 14-1, only lost one trade last week. But yeah, so we're waiting to see if gold can break this level right here. Yeah, so we're just chilling right now. These are the only pairs I'm kind of looking at right now. So watching gold and SPX. Got SPX on my other screen, watching gold right here. Just gonna wait to see if price can break this level. All right, so we're gonna move this over. So while we're waiting, might as well pull this up. But like I said, first link in the description, you can see exactly what I'm showing on the screen. Just go to this date, which is literally the second post or third post away. But this is how we did last week. Monday, we caught 277 pips. Tuesday, we caught 6,251. Wednesday, we caught 20,900. Thursday, we caught 69. Friday, we caught 65 pips. Ending the week with a total of 27,562 pips. 20,600 of those, 12,651 of those was strictly in advanced play signal room. Ending the week 14-1, gives a 93% win rate to end the month. And again, everything is documented. We click here, brings us to Monday, which was last week on the 24th. See the time, posted all the trades, my personal entry, SL, TPs, all that good stuff. Also document in real time when TPs are hit. You can see how people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, all that good stuff. And you can see this day after day after day. So the first day we went 2-0. You can see screenshots of me in the trades. Also post in real time the screenshots daily on my Instagram story. So make sure following Instagram as well. But then, we're on Tuesday. Oops, my bad, y'all. Sorry for the earphone users. But yeah, everything's documented in real time. You can see all the trades, all that stuff. The recap every day is posted. Then how we ended the month. We caught a total of 108,600 pips, 90,852 of those pips. Just making sure, just watching gold. 90,852 of those pips were strictly with the members in advanced play signal room. So that means 90,852 of the pips out of the 108 was strictly with the members. And in the month, we took 47 wins, 5 losses, 92% win rate for the entire month. Same thing, you click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the first week. It's going to show you how we did the first week of April. Went 12-3, 48,211 pips. You see this the third, which is the beginning of April. You want to scroll up here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we ended March. But this is how we started April. Everything's documented in real time. So y'all can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so we're watching gold right now and we're watching SPX. They're both kind of doing the same thing. They're chilling at their levels, waiting to see who's going to break or retrace. These are the only pairs I'm looking at right now. I mean, if y'all want me to look at any pairs and give me my opinion, I'm happy to do so. But as of me entering or looking for setups, these are the only pairs I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at some other currency pairs, but I don't like where they're at yet. It's Monday, new month, new reports. But besides that, even if it wasn't Monday, same thing, still sticking to the rules and just going to be patiently waiting. Dropped the chart analysis for the members last night, went over all the price levels. Members, make sure to watch that. Also, one of y'all hit me up in the group chat. I responded. I don't know if y'all saw it yet. Whoever, if you know who you are who asked that question. But I did respond in the group chat. Yeah, so we're just waiting to see if gold can break that level. Those just joining the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. This is a trade I did right now. Yeah, so we're watching gold, SPX, US30. That's going to the plan for right now. New 5 minute just started, just the first 15 into London. We want to see how this 15 ends, what the next 15 does. And so we'll slowly trying. I want to see if we can break it. It did a nice retest before London right here. Reaction at this level. So I would like to see price break below and hold. But I'm also not against the retracement. Can potentially catch the whole move because it's been dropping literally since market opened. Like I believe this is like when market opened right here. It's literally just been dropping since market's open. You'll see a nice new low we made here. We've been respecting this level for about the past couple of weeks. As you can see with these wicks, price continuously trying to break this level, is respecting it. So we want to see if we can break through and hold for the first time. So that's what we'll be looking for right there. The SPX US30, same thing. So the opposite, we're looking for buys instead of sells. We're basically waiting for the same thing. We're waiting to see if price can break the level I have marked off and hold that level as a support level. If it can, it meets the rest of my rules and my confirmations, then we're going to go for a buy. But right now, we're just chilling. Got about 2.5 minutes till the next 15. It's been a great year so far, though. Been a great year. And again, there's a recap. Like, you just scroll up. Like, you just scroll up. You'll be able to see everything. Like, I get questions all the time, like, how many trades you call per day? What's the how many pips? What's the win rate? If you just you just look, everything is very simple, very organized. I show what trade was with the members. If it's literally in parentheses instead of advanced play signal room, this trade was a members only play. If there's no parentheses next to the trade, this was a free play. And if you're confused, this is the free play signal room. So if you didn't see this trade, you don't see this trade here. So that also shows you that this was a members only trade. Then also, so again, you just read, take your time, and just read everything. Most of your questions will be answered. But if you still have questions, of course, you can hit me up on Instagram or in the Telegram, and I answer all questions. But again, most of your questions can be answered. You just take the time to, read and explore. All right. But again, everything shows you on average. Like, there is no set amount of trades daily. Is whatever setups I see and whatever setups I take. All right. Because all trades posted are trades I personally enter. So there's no set, you know what I'm saying? If there's a setup and I like it, and if I'm in it, I'm going to call it out. If I'm not in any more trades, I'm not calling anything out for the day, for the rest of the day, I should say. But on average is about 4 trades a day on average, as you can see. But again, it depends on the conditions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to meet the quota because there's no quota or nothing like that. But everything you see in real time, you just look, you see how many pips we caught, but also do a recap how many pips at the end of the day. I also give you perspective, but again, you should know how to count pips. If you don't, I got a video on my channel. But yeah, new 15 is about to start. Looks like price is about to attempt to break through, but still hasn't broken my level yet. So we're still waiting. Still waiting. Same thing with SPX. Yeah, these are only two trades I'm looking. Well, two pairs I'm looking at. Well, let me not say two pairs. 'Cause I'm looking at US32, but I'm looking at US30 SPX, NAS, that trio. I'm looking at that trio. Then I'm looking at gold. It's the only thing I'm looking at right now. We got a bunch of bank holidays with the currency pairs, and I usually don't like to mess with pairs where there's holidays on them, just to be on the safe side, because sometimes these days we'll see reversals or weird spikes, or price will kind of stay stagnant in place due to the holidays and the banks being closed. And again, we make money if there's volume in the market. If there's no volume, can't really make any money because price is going to be stuck in a little range or zone. So might stay out of those for the day. If I do take any, I'll probably just take on my own. I might break down possible setups like I did last night with the members, but as far as calling them out to the public, maybe not. Just because the higher risk to them. Because again, most trades I like to call out, especially in the free signal room, are lower risk trades with high probability setups. If I want to take a high risk setup and risk that money, I'll take it on my own. But of course, there's always a risk when you enter a trade. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Oh, my bad, y'all. But we're just chilling right now. So we see price went a little bit further, but still respecting this level of support, like we see it did here, and it did here, and it did, but not there. It did here and here. So again, we're just patient waiting. We're either waiting for a sell down here or waiting for a sell up here. So we're just chilling right now. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. Just rewind like 5 minutes. You'll see what setups we're looking at. Also, I haven't dropped a video in a while, so I'm probably gonna post a poll later on today and see what kind of video y'all want me to drop. So make sure that if you're not already to be subbed, because I'm posting that poll later today. I'm probably gonna start doing that. Let y'all vote for like the next video or something like that. Cause man, I posted a lot of content already. I don't want to like be repetitive. So now I'm probably just like do votes, and then whatever gets the majority vote out of the options, I'll make a video on that or something. Cause you just hit the profile. Literally, I got videos. I got countless trade breakdowns. I got trading tip videos. I got a small account video. I got videos over funded accounts. How my strategies, how I passed on. I give out multiple strategies. I even give out my personal trading plan. I got a video on how to grow your account, how to double it in 2 weeks without over leveraging. Again, keywords and what I just said, without over leveraging. All right, and it's realistic results. None of that, that crazy stuff you be seeing on the internet, like turning, what I'm saying, 200 to 10,000 in one day or some crazy stuff. Realistic results where you're not about to blow your account off one trade. So I'm actually about to link that right now. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. We know what we're waiting for. We know the setup. Now we're just patiently waiting for price to come to us. We don't control price, so there's no reason to get impatient or try to rush a setup. No reason at all. All right. And again, I break this down step by step. This video is not even 7 minutes long. It's shorter than your favorite TV show episode. Okay. You 9 times out of 10 waste 7 minutes doing something, scrolling on Instagram, consuming stuff that's not even going to help you, you got 7 minutes to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Most of my videos are very short, to the point. I don't drag anything. And you know what I'm saying? And with Forex is one of those things, like a lot of people, I'm dropping some content on Instagram and TikTok later this week. Some controversial stuff. All right. So make sure you follow me on that, on both of those pages. But I'm going to be talking about this later on this week. I made some videos. Going to be talking about that later this week. But, you know, a lot of people are just lazy. You know what I'm saying? With Forex, in the beginning, you can't be lazy. I mean, I want to say in the whole way, if you should take it serious, but you can't be lazy. Like, there's no shortcuts with learning this. You know what I'm saying? You have to literally take the time. It's just like any other skill, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a sport or whatever. You can't just, you know, pick up an instrument. And I mean, you can pick up an instrument, blow into it, and it's going to make some noise. It don't mean it's going to sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, I want to be a great piano player and then never once or once a week practice, but, you know, not really actually practice. Like, you might, you know, press a few buttons, dig around, but if you don't take it serious and apply yourself and take a consistent set time per week, daily, towards the craft, you're not going to see results. You're gonna see the results that you put in. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? But there is no shortcut to this. You need to learn how to read the charts. You need to know how to count pips. You need to have a plan, an actual written plan, like a daily plan, a weekly plan, a monthly plan. Most of y'all don't even have a plan written down. Y'all just going into the markets, winging it. You gotta take it serious. If you don't do that, you don't have a plan, you don't got a schedule, you don't have a goal, like an actual goal, not just a goal you made up in your head that sounds nice, a realistic goal for your account size. If you don't have none of this in place, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get the results you're gonna get. But if you take the same amount of time daily into back testing, into study, practicing, into reviewing your past trades, into all that stuff, you're going to see results. You know what I'm saying? Going to see results. But there is no shortcut. You got to take the time to learn everything. All right, but once you learn everything, that's the magic with this. Once you learn all this stuff, it's literally rinse and repeat, and then it becomes easy. But in the beginning, you're going to have to take that time to learn this stuff because it's a whole new concept. It's a bunch of stuff you have to learn and understand. If you don't understand the stuff, you're just going to be confused. There is no shortcut. But yeah, so we see price rejecting is low. So we're just going to wait to see if it's going to break back below or it's going to retrace back to its 4-hour level above. SPX is doing the same thing. It's kind of chilling. But again, it's a new month. It's Monday and we got bank holidays. And plus the pairs we're looking at are USD pairs. So now sometimes during London session we could jump in some things, but realistically most Mondays in the beginning are pretty slow until around New York session. But we throw in the new month and then a bunch of bank holidays. We're probably going to see a sort of slow day today, but we'll see. We do have news 2 hours into New York, so that could shake some things up. And did I just log myself out? So we're gonna do that really quick. I'm gonna try to fix this because I don't know what I just did. All right, there we go. I'm gonna put that back. Yeah, so we're just chilling. I'll go ahead and put SPX back up. Let's switch it up. I'm gonna put SPX on the screen, put gold on my other screen. But same thing. It's chilling at this level. Like it's been doing since we started the stream. New 5 minute just started. Got 5 minutes to the next 15. But yeah, we're just chilling until our rules are met. And once they're met, then we're gonna enter. Ain't no rush to enter any trades. You should never be in a rush. You should know your game plan. Once you know what setup you're looking for, just wait for that setup to come to you. And you want to be early anyways. You never want to you never want to be late to the party or just in time. Because if you're just in time, by the time you find the pair on your into 4, into 5, you put the lot size, then you enter that thing. You could have missed the ideal entry already. Because again, you're not going to enter right where price is at. You got to account for spread, and then your broker might be off depending what your broker is you're using. So a lot of things you got to keep in mind when trading. So you want to be a little bit early to the party, and you want to be waiting for it. Yeah, but we're just chilling right now. Advanced gaming. So you posted this at 3:20, and I was talking that tangent for about 5 minutes. So I'm assuming when you posted that was either right before or right after I was saying rewind 5 minutes. But let's say that isn't the case. I just said multiple times that I'm not in any of these trades. These are just trade ideas. I've said multiple times I'm waiting for my levels to get broken. So if you're into, that's cool. That's on you though. But like I said, I'm not in it yet. So I mean, if you're in it, that's cool. But you're asking me, like again, this just goes back to what I was literally just talking about. And again, it could go because, like I said, I am looking for sales, so it could end up, going in your favor. But you said, can we enter sales? Then you waited 2 minutes after your first message to ask the same question, and then 30 seconds later, you said you jumped in. So let's go ahead and look at gold. Again, it could end up going your way, but I'm not in it yet. And he was asking for my opinion. Like my thing is all the way over here. But it's chilling at this daily level. So where you just entered at, if it holds that support, it's going to reject to the upside back to our next level. But if it can break that level and treat it as resistance, you'll be fine. And then it'll continue on to the next level underneath it. But as you can see, it is trying to push to the downside, but it's struggling to break this level, which is why we're waiting to see if it can break it and hold it. Because this is a key price level where last time price hit it, we see a harsh rejection. This was literally Friday. This was Thursday last week. This was Tuesday last week. You know what I'm saying? This was 2 weeks ago. This was the beginning of April. So we clearly see prices treating this level as a strong support resistance level, which is why we're waiting to see if price can break and treat this level from a support to a resistance, right? We clearly see this was March last month, how price is treating this level. But again, it is looking like it's trying to push. So, I wouldn't freak out and close yet. But that goes back to me talking about being patient for setups. You might get lucky here, but you're not going to get lucky every time. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to stick to your rules. The rules are the rules for a reason. You know what I'm saying? At least in this case. The rules are the rules for a reason. But we're just chilling right now. Again, I'm not in any trades right now. These are just trade ideas. Waiting for my confirmations to be met. If I do enter anything, I will state like at least 3 or 5 times in a row within 10 seconds. All right, I'm in this. I enter this trade. I enter this trade. But sometimes I do think out loud. But if I say it literally more than 3 times in the span of 10 seconds, and then you hear me say, all right, I'm about to type these TPs up. I'm about to post them in the chat right now. And then you get the notification because you should be in the free Telegram, first link in the description. then you'll know I'm in the trade. But if I don't make a statement saying I'm in the trade, and you don't hear me say again 3 times or more, literally in the span of 10 seconds that I'm in this, I entered, and you don't hear a notification in the free Telegram, I'm not in a trade. That, or you're not a member in its Tokyo session, because the Tokyo session is strictly the members only. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Not in any trades currently. As you can see, just like we were talking about, it's rejecting this level, which is why we're waiting to see if it can break this level. But again, this isn't like a 9 to 5. You're not going to open your computer and immediately jump in a trade. That's not how this works. You gotta patiently wait for the setup. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a regular job where you clock in, you get straight to work. No, if you're at work right now, all right, you patiently waiting for the setup is working. And again, if I wasn't on stream, I'd be doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd be playing a game right now. I'd be editing videos, watching anime. I do a bunch of stuff on the side because I got multiple screens. You know what I'm saying? And I'm waiting for my setup. I'm early. I'm waiting for my setup. I got my alerts, whatever the case may be. But it's rarely like that where you just open your computer and you jump in a trade. Even if you're scalping, it's rarely you just go on a chart and you jump in a trade immediately. Now, granted, there has been some times. There's literally been times I jump out the bed, I start the stream, and literally 5 minutes in, we enter a trade and we're making money. But that's not all the time. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I get it. You might feel a little unproductive. You might get impatient. But once you understand that this is just what it is how it works, that's the biggest thing. You got to understand this stuff. A lot of people don't take the time to understand, or they complain about certain things. You got to understand and accept certain things. You got to understand we do not control the markets. Since we do not control the markets, there's things you have to take extra care of controlling, which is you. You can only control yourself. You control what lot size you put. You control when you enter. You control how much you risk. You control when you close a trade. You control everything besides the charts, right? So, and 90% of trading, if not 80 to 90% of trading, is literally mental. Because again, the fundamentals is important. You need to know how to read the charts. But it doesn't matter what strategy you use. If you do not have discipline, a goal, and patience, and you don't know how to count pips, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You gotta have those things in place. Exactly. That's another way to put it. We don't have a confirmation for sell or buy yet. We have a strong possibility. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Like I said, it's not too crazy, but it hasn't, spiked too. Like for a reference, this is where my SO would be if I was in the trade. So you're not too crazy. Depending on what your lot size you put for your account, I wouldn't freak out because it's not even close to my stop loss. But yeah, basically what my boy Sparky said, we look on the charts, we are bearish, so we are looking for sales. But just because we are bearish and looking for sales doesn't mean we immediately enter a sell. All right, you gotta, again, this goes back to understanding what you're looking at. Look at the chart. All right, we just went over this too. We were going over this when you actually typed that message and said you're jumping the trade. And again, this isn't me attacking you, so don't take it that way, but just listen. That's all this is, all right? Don't take it personal. I don't know you. I'm not yelling at you. Just take what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying. But I was literally going over this when you typed that message. Where you enter that, again, I'm on the daily time frame. Hold up. Let me zoom in really quick. Because again, this is the best time I can do these talks anyways, because market's slow, so I can break the stuff down, fundamentals, because this is the stuff people don't want to pay attention to or take time to understand. People just want to jump in trades. You're going to learn stuff while in trades, but again, you need to understand the fundamentals. So we're on the daily time frame. This is price right now on the daily time frame. This is how Friday went. This is how Thursday last week went. This is how Wednesday last week. Okay, this is Friday, 21st. This was the 19th of April, etc. So this is where price is currently at. So you enter where you entered at, price is rejecting, just like it did on Friday, just like it did on Thursday, just like it did on this Tuesday, just like it did on this Monday, this Friday, this Wednesday. It's doing the exact same thing, which is why we were waiting to see if price could break this level. Okay. Again, if you look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what can potentially happen in the future. All right. We were already predicting this could possibly happen, which is why we're waiting for that confirmation, aka what could potentially happen in the future. But now, fast forward, we're in present time. But this is what I was breaking out earlier. Okay. Now we're on a smaller time frame, the 15. This was last Friday. Price doing basically the same thing it did last Friday, hit the same level, and retrace back up here. And then market reopened, price dropped back down, and now we're right here, and we see price kind of almost doing the same thing here, which is why we're waiting to see if price could break below this level, or if price was going to, reject this level. And again, I don't know what time you enter this, but I said this a few times. But again, that's what we're doing right now. We're waiting to see if price can break this level. Again, just look to the left, because again, you don't control the charts, and most of y'all don't understand what's going on the charts, because again, it's fine. You don't know until you know. I was the same way. But since you don't know what's going on, you just see a bunch of candlesticks, just analyze. You know what I'm saying? Again, you gotta be a problem solver. Don't just acknowledge a problem and just go about your day. I can't tell you how many times I get messages of people telling me how they've messed up, but they don't even reflect on it. They just go about their day and keep it pushing. I'm just like, hold up, pause. We're not just going to brush over the mistake you made. Why did you make this mistake? Do you understand why it was a mistake? Do you know what you did wrong? Don't just make mistakes and keep it pushing. You got to understand. All right. So since you don't know what's going on in the charts, all right, this is what you got to do. You got to observe. You got to look around. All right. Okay. So if we're looking around, okay, we see price multiple times do the same thing here, right? If we highlight this level, we see price multiple times doing the same thing here. By the same thing, I mean treating this level as a resistance or a support level. All right. So a price for over a week, as we can see here, is doing the same exact thing to this level. When it hits this level, it bounces. When it hits this level, it bounces. It's safe to assume that's going to do the same thing when it hits this level, right? Again, you look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present, what's potentially going to happen in the future. How does it explain what's happening in the present? Oh, why is price chilling here, stuck? Oh, because this is a key price level. How do we know it's a key price level? Members, y'all know how we know. But I also got free videos on my YouTube channel that explains how to identify these levels. But to keep it simple is because, again, we look to the left and we see price multiple times when it hit this level, had a similar reaction. So again, if we don't control the markets and we see price constantly do the same thing over and over again, it's safe to assume it's going to do it again when it hits this level, right? And if we want to be even more extreme, we can do this. We can highlight this level, right? We can highlight this level. So this was beginning of the month in April. This was the end of March. This was February. And this was March of last year. So we see here how prices trend this level of support resistance. This was all the way March last year. And then we go all the way to February this year. It's still trending the same level, the same. And then we fast forward a couple months later, still trending the same level as from resistance to support, right? Then we see this, and we can even do the same thing with this level. Maybe, yeah, same thing. This level is getting treated as resistance. Now it's getting treated as support, and we're waiting to see if it's going to break back below and treat it as resistance. And again, this was all the way last year, exactly April of last year, a whole year ago. So if this is holding strong and doing it and respecting these levels for a year, what do you think is going to happen what do you think is going to happen next time it hits this level? You think it's just going to magically not repeat itself and do the same thing? All right, so that's why I just patiently wait for these levels. But again, like I said, it could potentially break through because we are looking for sells, and it's rejected this level multiple times. So we're going to continue the bearish momentum. This week, we would like to see this break. And like I said, the stop loss for if I was in the trade, it's not even close to the stop loss. So depending on your lot size and your account size, you should be fine for right now. But just use this as a lesson future reference. Even if it does end up dumping, that doesn't mean just jump into trades. Stick to your rules, because you might get lucky here, but that one time you don't get lucky, you're going to be upset and beating yourself up. Trust me, been there, done that. Plenty of other traders have been there, done that as well. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. SPX is rejecting the level as well. So we're just chilling. We're just chilling. Buyers push sellers away every time they try to push down price. Yeah, you can say that too. I don't really like to use that. It helps with some people, but I try to just keep it like just simple. Like, we're habit based, creatures. Everyone does everything daily. Half the stuff they do is habits from literally weeks and months of doing the same stuff, routines. And the charts are the same thing. It's constant routines and habits happening over and over and over again. And once you identify these levels, it just makes things super simple, right? And again, I have a video on this on my YouTube about back testing. But if you just scroll, you're going to see a video talking about back testing. But I like to use the New Zealand pairs because this one can really drill it into people's heads. Let me go to a different chart. Those just joined the stream. We're not in anything yet. Rewind like 10, 20 minutes to know what setups we're looking at. But right now, we're just going over some chart basics right now while we wait for setups to materialize. All right, so we're on the daily time frame. This is GN. So I got this level marked out. I believe it was from one of my one-on-one sessions last week, if I'm not mistaken. So right here, this is April 6th, beginning of April. I got this support resistance level marked off, right? So we can see right here, and we're going to be able to see this a lot more clearly when I go in a smaller time frame. But we see right here, clear wick, price respecting this level. We go back a couple weeks to March of this year, March 22nd is respecting this level. Now we go back to 2 months, February, the same level is getting treated as resistance. Then we go even further back to October last year, the same exact level is getting treated as support. Then we scroll back even farther. This is May 2022, levels treated as resistance. And we just keep scrolling. This is July 2021, same level being treated as support resistance. We keep scrolling. This is 2019. This is 2018. Hold on. And this is 2011. So for over 10 years, price has been respecting and treating and reacting to this same exact price level for over 10 years the same way. And this is how it is on all charts. So if for over 10 years price has been doing the same thing or reacting the same way, it'd be silly for us to not trade off these levels or to trade or wait to see how price reacts to these levels, right? And let me go on a smaller time frame so you kind of see things a lot more clearly. All right, so you can kind of see things a lot more clearly. I priced multiple times. This looks just like gold. Boom, 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 boom. Then when it hit this level, and this is what we're trying to see if gold's going to do, right? We saw every time I hit this level, every time I drop, treat as support. So this is what we want to see gold do. Break this level, then treat as resistance, and then drop to the downside. And that's exactly what we're waiting to see if gold can do. Literally. So don't forget what we just went over 5 seconds ago. And if we go back to the present, come on now, where are we at? Let me zoom out. Let me go on the daily time frame. Gives back in frame. All right, there we are. Boom. Now I go back onto the smaller time frame and tell me you don't see the exact same thing going on here that we just went over. So rewind literally like a minute ago and tell me you don't see the same exact thing going on here. All right, tell me you don't see the same exact thing going on here. It was just on GM, we're on gold now. All right, this is literally every chart. So you got to know how to identify these levels. And once you know how to identify these levels, there's a few other things you got to put into place, but it's definitely a big key to the puzzle. But yeah, but that's another way to put it. I just might say that because I don't know. It's simple, but you know, that stuff can kind of confuse people. I think this is just super simple. Like it's pretty simple, you know, uptrend, downtrend. If we're bullish, we look for buys. If we're bearish, we look for sells. We trade off these key price levels, which we just saw for over 10 years, has been doing the same exact thing. You put that in with proper risk management and discipline and patience, and then you'll be straight. And that's the short version. Of course, it's not that simple, but it becomes simple. But you just have to take that initial time and effort to learn this stuff. Because in the beginning, I remember when I first started, like I was watching stuff, but I was trying to watch it like I was watching a show. With a show, you can just turn that thing on and just let it watch you. But with this, you actually have to take in the words and the breakdown. Like you can't just watch this and not pay attention and zone out and think you're going to retain anything. You actually got to focus a little with this. But it's definitely worth it. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. SPX is retracing. SPX actually rejected this level a lot more harshly than gold did. So we can pull that up. Yeah, like I said, this is the only pairs we're looking at right now. Currency pairs, probably not going to mess with those today because of the holiday. Just to be on the safe side. But this is what SPX is doing. Same thing, waiting to see if price could break this level. Reject these levels, dropping to the downside. So we're just going to either wait for price to break back above here, or we're going to look for a possible buy at this level right here. So that's going to be the game plan right there. But we're going to put gold back on because gold is a lot closer to our level. But as you can see, it's rejecting it, which is why we're waiting to see if we could break this level. It's doing the exact same thing we see price. Same level too. Same exact level right here. If the market breaks either levels up or down, you can call that a breakout. So basically, we all waiting for that. Yeah, exactly. That would be our confirmation for a seller buy. Break and retest ideally. You can go off breakouts, but I usually, if you want to be super safe, just patiently wait for that retest, because it's going to retest at some point. It's going to retrace at some point. It's very rare that it'll break a level and just continue to explode up without a retest at some point and or retracement. Yeah, but you should always be on a bigger time frame. You want to be on smaller time frames. I kind of go over this with the members stuff, but like you need to be, even if you're scalping, it doesn't matter what strategy you're using, you still need to be starting off on the bigger time frames so you can understand the direction price is going. Because you're on the smaller time frame, you're not going to see the same thing as a daily. And a quick way to literally show this is very simple, very simple. Let's look at this is here. This is taking up the entire screen. So here, let's be fair. Well, we can't even see that. So we're just going to count this. So here to April 27th. So all we can see is if we keep it like this, we see the 27th. I mean, if you want to count this, that's still the 27th. So we can only see literally just a few days. We go on the daily and okay, so pay attention to that and then the structure, the market structure. All right. Just pay attention to this, take it in. I'm gonna move my mouse so you can take it in, pause. Cool. Now we're gonna go on the daily time frame. It's totally different. You do not see the same thing at all. And on top of that, I did just zoom out a little bit, so I kind of did cheat. But even if I didn't do that, you see more than just 3 days. You see multiple weeks, if not multiple months. And you see a completely different structure than you did on the 15. Now imagine you doing this on a phone screen. It's a lot worse. All right, so you need to be on a bigger time frame to see the overall direction price is going. Then you go on a smaller time frame to see exactly what price is doing in real time. But you always want to start off on the bigger time frames. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what strategy you use. I don't care if you're a scalper, swing trader. You need to start off on the bigger time frames. Trace more time. Okay. Cool. Your site was great. I appreciate that. I agree. Okay, great. Bad job. All right. And if what I say is confusing, ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Because again, don't just let it watch you or let me talk to you. You need to take in and comprehend what I'm saying. If you don't, speak up. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. And if you truly don't understand what I'm saying, you listening to me doesn't really help. Because at this point, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you don't ask questions, I might as well be a parent in the Charlie Brown show. Because that's what you hear right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do these lives for the open to help people out. I started this channel and all that to help you out. Because again, I see after I figured it out, because I had to learn on my own. And after I figured it out, trading was so much simpler. But then I started seeing all that. Well, I've been saw them, but it's different when you know how to trade and you see other people talk about trading than when you're trying to learn how to trade and you're looking at these people for information. When you know how to trade and you hear some of these people talk, you can tell when people are just BSing. And then plus, I used to do like sales and marketing, so like I know a salesperson when I see one, and I know when someone's BSing. So there's a lot of people BSing in these forex gurus, these professional traders. They might be trading and they might be on live accounts making that money, but when you actually peel a couple layers back, you realize you start to see a lot of red flags. I'll just say that. And I'm not gonna call any names out because I ain't got time for no petty internet beef. That's not what I'm here for. And plus, they're probably not even gonna pay attention to me anyway because I am still small and growing. But you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But there's a lot of people trying to trap people with the image or the dream and not really being completely 100% honest and straightforward. There's a lot of that in this space. And that's why there's a lot of people that don't fully understand the basics because a lot of people aren't teaching that. They're too busy talking about, oh, money. But if you don't understand the basics, you're going to lose way more money than you make. while they just take your money and make more money and use your money to fund their accounts while they're overcharging you for not even half the stuff that I even talk about or give for free. I'm not even talking about the stuff that's exclusive to the members and the course people. I'm talking about free content. But yeah, but we're chilling right now. We got a few minutes to the next 15. I'm going to see what happens there once 4 o'clock hour starts. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, most Mondays are pretty slow. There are a few Mondays where we see volume pump out at the beginning of London, or sometimes even when market, as soon as market opens Sunday night. But usually Mondays are the slower days. And then on top of that, just look at what's going on. Again, this website is forexfactory.com. Just hop on Google, type in Forex Factory. It's going to be the first link that pops up. I just use this to pay attention to the holidays because I don't keep track with none of this stuff. American holidays included. Like, I just wake up and do what I got planned for the day. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I use it to keep track of the holidays and then the news. I don't watch the news. I don't care what they're reading off their piece of paper that they were told to read. I just care about what time and what pairs are going to be affected. That's all I care about. That's all I use this for. That's all I use this for, to understand what pairs to stay away from at certain times or what times to pay attention to when there might be some high impact news, and also for holidays. That's all I use this for. Again, if y'all want to watch the news, you can, but I mean, members, you already know. We live stream high impact news weekly. So those that be in the lives or watch the recordeds of the lives, you already know. But yeah, that's all I use that for. And again, it's Forex Factory. Just type it up on Google, it's going to pop up. And then it'll be set in your time zone, of course, the times. This is all EST times because I'm on Eastern Standard. It'll be adjusted to your time. All you got to do is, you know what I'm saying, click the time, select your time zone, save settings, boom, you're going to be straight. Yeah, so we had a couple minutes. Like I said, so where you enter that, it's still ranging right here. So we still have bearish momentum. We're underneath this level of traffic, which is nice. So we're just waiting to see if price can break that level. Because again, price is ranging. So you never want to enter a trade where price is ranging or consolidating. Because when it's ranging, it's going to do one or two. Because price only does one or two things. It goes up or goes down. So when it's ranging, it's going to break out at some point. It's either going to break up to the upside or downside. So if you enter a trade while it's ranging, you are officially gambling. All right. Because you don't know which way it's going to break out. Even if you're following the trend, until those confirmations are met and until it breaks out either to the downside or upside, you don't know for sure what it's going to do. All right. Because I didn't post a disclaimer yet because there hasn't really been any setups, but I might post it just to have it out the way. Because I was about to reference the disclaimer. But I mean, we can still look at the disclaimer. I mean, it's posted like 5 times a week. So all we got to do is just scroll to right here. So if you look at the disclaimer, all right, it will either, what's this say here? Second from the last sentence. It will either reject or break through. All right. So that's the same thing right here. It's either going to reject, which we see it doing right now, or it's going to break through. We got the new 15. We got the 4 o'clock hour starting. So we're going to see what happens. You see price still pushing up. All right, so that's why we were waiting. Again, it's still, if I was to enter, it hasn't hit my stop loss yet. But again, like I said, I don't know what your lot size, I don't know what your account is. I mean, I don't even know if you're still watching or holding, but I'm still going to talk about it just in case you are still watching. And, you know, for people watching the recording, this can help people out. in the future as well. But yeah, so we're just chilling right there. I'm looking at SPX as well, but I would not be surprised if price is kind of just chilling until pre-market New York in a couple hours, or the New York opening candle, or until that news pops off. But yeah, gold is still trying to, as you can see, it's still trying to drop to the downside. It's just got to break these levels, and we're waiting for volume to pick up a little bit. It's kind of stuck on these levels of traffic. Members, I think I went over level of traffic. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I did a live on that on YouTube on Friday or Thursday. Definitely watch Friday's live, because Friday's live, we went over a lot of stuff that we usually don't go over on the lives. So definitely make sure to watch last Friday's live. It's literally the live before this one. It's the most recent live. I highly suggest you watch that. Now, I know everybody's not going to watch that, but those that watch that, you'll see, especially towards the, 15 minutes in, 15, 30 minutes in, you'll see why I say that. But it'll definitely help you out. I mean, every live will help you out, but definitely that live, because we went over a lot of stuff. It wasn't really just trading. We went over a lot of stuff in that live. But yeah, we're just chilling. And this is why I do the lives too, because again, you watch a YouTube video or something, it's just going to have a trade breakdown. You're not going to really see realistic. Even if they do that style where it's like fast forwarded, it's still not realistic, right? Because again, you have to wait for these setups. You don't just open your computer, open a chart, enter a trade. You have to wait for this setup. You're gonna have to ideally wait for a retracement or whatever the case may be. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, those that have been here for a while, sometimes it just takes one candlestick. Sometimes the opening of London, we start jumping into trades. Sometimes it takes two candlesticks. Sometimes it takes a couple hours. But again, this isn't a regular Monday on top of that, because we've been looking at some other pairs, but it's a bank holiday and it's a new month. So we got new reports coming in and all that stuff. And again, this goes back to last Friday's stream. I went over a lot of stuff about news reports and basically the monthly and quarterly cycle, which is important, especially if you are planning to try to do this long term. You're going to need to understand the monthly and yearly cycles when it comes to trading. And that's Forex, futures, options, all that stuff's relevant. But yeah, so we're just chilling right now. Let me catch up to these comments. Buy and sell terms, institution traders terms. Part of my strategy uses some of their tools and platforms. That's why I use those terms, buyers and sellers. Also use market behavior and candlestick behavior. Also at what buyers and sellers will likely do. Candlestick behavior is higher. Time frame and market behavior is smaller time frames. Candlestick behavior is looking at inside of the candle. Tool called footprint chart. It's called a whole new way of seeing the market and can be confusing. Interesting. Yeah, but we be talking behind the scenes, so I already know your strategies. We be seeing a lot of the same things. I don't want to say similar, but we do definitely be seeing a lot of the same things. So either way, it definitely be working out. We definitely be seeing a lot of the same things. But yeah, I kind of do some of the stuff we do, and like I said, I've had a couple mentors in the past, but yeah, the first one didn't go too well. The second one, it was okay in the beginning, but again, a lot of these people, they don't want you to learn. And I've been I'd be reflecting, especially every month, because I am running a business here, and I'm finding my problem is, I literally give you all the keys, like literally all the keys. Like if you wanted to, you took the thing serious. Let's say you've been trading for like a year. You took this serious, bro. in a month with the stuff behind the scenes, you take it very serious. And this isn't a promise because, again, like it's literally dependent on you. But if you take it super serious and you've been trading for a year or 6 months and you know some of the basics and you just need a strategy, bro, I've had people first week, and I made videos on this, talking about first week, 2 weeks in, already made their money back. I had, shout out to Mark, he be going crazy and he be quiet. He rarely be talking, but when he talk, he's usually showing results. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how long he was trading before he ran into me, but 2 weeks in, he bought the lifetime when it was on sale. And it's not, the sale ended last night, but he bought it when it was on sale. This was a while ago. This was when I first started. So it's not the same price, but at that time it was $250. And he started with a $200 account. And in 2 weeks, he turned the $200 account into over $1,100. And again, I made videos on it. It's on my Instagram, it's on my TikTok. It's there. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to explore, you don't want to take my word for it, it's there. The proof's there, but I have other student results. But again, that's because he applied himself. And then the same guy, there's other students, you know what I'm saying? I just like to use him because, again, most people are going to start with a small account, which is $100 or $200 or $500, which is also why I made this video with $200 account challenge. Because, again, I'm not here trying to sell you a dream. I'm being realistic. I'll be crushing people's dreams over here. All right. But if you have to be realistic with this stuff. And most people are going to start with smaller account size, especially if they're new to it, or, you know, some people can only have so much at the beginning to put aside to invest, where, you know, because again, this is what messes people up too. They put unnecessary pressure on themselves. Do not put your rent money in the markets. Do not put your lunch money, your gas money. Do not do none of that. All right. If you don't have money to invest at the time, that's completely fine. That's what a demo account is for. I know some people don't like demo accounts, but literally what you do to a demo account, those habits, you're going to bring over to your personal account. And I know some people be like, oh, it's not the same pressure as a live account, this, that, and the third. You do not want that pressure at first, because when you have that pressure and you don't understand the basics and you're not used to this stuff, you know what's going to happen? That pressure is going to break you and you're going to start doing dumb stuff. Or the second you lose a trade or a drawdown, you're going to start doing even more dumb stuff. You don't need that extra pressure. When you're trading, you should have no pressure at all. All right. If I lose a trade, I'm not tripping. If I'm in drawdown, I'm not tripping. If I'm blue, I'm not tripping. Like, if you watch any of my videos, any of my lives, I sound the same. And it could be because I'm low on sleep, but like if I'm in drawdown, if we hit TPs, I sound the exact same. Why? Because when you're, just think about it. When was the last time you made a good decision when your emotions were high and you were being emotional? When was the last time you made a good decision being emotional or while you're emotional? 9 times out of 10, you've never. All right. You make more sound decisions when you're cool, calm, and collected. All right. So imagine you risking your money. You're scared you're going to lose your money. You're over leveraging on top of that, because most people over leverage. Let's be real. And you're on drawdown. What do you think you're going to do? You're going to do some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? How many strategies I use? I'll answer that in a second. It depends. That's an interesting question. So let's say, I'll say three. On live, I usually just use one strategy, but behind the scenes, I have a couple other. And those that are members in the course Telegram, y'all know the other ones. By the way, like I said, the revamp is happening this month. So again, we're going to look out for that. But people that are in the course know the rest of my strategies. But yeah, but I only use 3, but for the most part, they all go hand in hand. So I have a buy sell limit strategy, and then I have my regular strategy. But there's 2 different ways I can look for setups, but they're still basically the same thing. So, but technically 3 different strategies, but one of them is a buy sell limit strategy, and then the other 2, they're the same, but just slightly different. But they're basically the same. But that was for you, Fitmon. You said how many strategies I personally use. But I use one main strategy for the most part. Horse and carriage. I see you in here, horse and carriage. You've been active the past couple of weeks. I see you. I be trying to pay attention to most people because of names that be popping up in here. We did go over this. You need a stream of income to invest in the Forex market, not your savings. Forex should not be your last hope. You got investment plan 10%. Exactly. Because again, a lot of people, again, and I get it because again, these people are finessers out here. They're excellent salespeople. They know how to talk and flaunt stuff. So I get it. And a lot of people, and I get messages like this on TikTok too. By the way, shout out to whoever keeps reporting my stuff on TikTok. Shout out to you. But that's why I got a backup account. I ain't tripping about it. But make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It should be on y'all screens. We just hit 700 followers on TikTok. Like I said, once we hit 1K followers, we're going to be going live on TikTok as well. And it's not going to be during this time. I might have my phone up during this time, but I plan on having those live during different sessions. But at least in my country, I need 1,000 followers. So help your boy out. But what was I about to say? I was literally about to say something. I got sidetracked. Investing. Who's someone investing? Oh yeah. Okay. So yes, you can turn this into part-time income and full-time income, but it takes money to make money. And if you don't have the initial base capital to do that, you're not going to see those results. But you can grow your initial capital, and once that initial capital is grown, your profits are going to be bigger. So you can grow your account. But again, this is investment money. You don't, and especially if you are new to trading, you should not put, let's say you have $500 to invest. Or let me not even say invest. Well, let me say that, but not. So let's say you have $500 to invest and put into your account. Let's be specific. So you have $500. I always tell people before even putting your money into your live account. I mean, you can do it, but I'll say don't trade on the live account till you trade on the demo. All right, because there's no rush. The markets aren't going anywhere anytime soon. The apocalypse will start when the markets crash. Well, I'm not saying when the markets crash, but when the markets go somewhere, when we can't trade and stuff like that. But that's not happening. That's not happening anytime soon. But if it does happen, then that'll be a problem. But the markets have been going on for a very long time. So again, all the dollars and stuff would essentially have to crash and not be used for this to be irrelevant. Because these are real values, real currencies, all that good stuff. So that being said, there's literally no rush to try to make some money, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You're not going to make no money, you don't know what you're doing. Now, granted, there are signal rooms like mine and stuff like that can help you, but again, you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what lot size to put, which I teach everyone. All right. Again, if you're not in the group chat, join the group chat and watch the pin video in the group chat. Because I've pinned video specifically on how to calculate your lot size, make sure you're not over leveraging, and make sure you're consistently risking the same amount, same percentage each trade. So that's very important. All right. But if you don't understand all that stuff, you're literally rushing to put your money into the markets just to throw it away. Because let's be honest, when you're a beginning trader, there's a very high chance you're going to blow your first account. It's part of the game. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, you're rushing the process and you're going to end up over leveraging. But if you take the time to learn how to count pips, how to calculate your lot size, and on the demo, here's the big key factor. You treat your demo like your main account instead of dicking around and doing 5 lot sizes when you know you're not going to even touch a 5 lot size unless you have a funded account. Of course, you're going to be doing dumb stuff because you're not practicing correctly. You're just doing literally what I said, dumb stuff. But if you have a demo account, sure, you can put 10K, 100,000 in it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you put in it for the demo. But what matters is the lot size you put. You need to be entering true lot sizes that you'll be entering on your personal account when you put your money in it. Okay? That's the biggest thing. A lot of people will be using demos and not taking it serious. So, and I'll be seeing comments like, oh, you know, it's just not the same. It's not the same because you're not treating it the same. You know what I'm saying? But I do get it. There is a pressure, a new pressure when you when you switch from the demo to the live, but it's literally all mental. Because it's the same thing, at least with my broker. I can't speak for all brokers, but my broker is the same exact thing. The spread's the same. The price is the same. Literally everything's the same. Again, for my broker, I can't speak for all brokers, but for mine, it's the same. So the only difference is you hit that gear button, you go to settings, and you switch from demo to live. That's the only difference. But again, we're creatures of habit. So if you continuously do dumb stuff on a demo, don't be shocked if you continuously do dumb stuff on the live account. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing. But yeah, so back to the charts. As you can see, price is still chilling. Same spot. Going to see if it picks up going into New York. I'm going to pull up SPX. Rejecting. So yeah, we're chilling on that. We should hit that like button though. I know we ain't jumping no trades, but we're still going over some important stuff. Because it's not just about entering trades. All right, it's basics you got to understand as well. All right, this is stuff people don't be talking about, but this is stuff that needs to be talked about. But nobody be talking about this stuff. Why? Because nobody want to hear this. This ain't selling the dream of, you know, I've seen so many videos. If you're not making 10,000 a month, watch this video. Okay, I'm not making 10,000 a month, so me watching this video is gonna help me make 10,000. No. If I have a funded account, yeah. If you teach them how to trade a funded account, or you teach them how to, you know what I'm saying. But you know, they be using these big numbers to make you pay attention, and then now subconsciously you don't even realize it, but now in your head you're thinking, oh wow, I can make this much. I can make X amount of dollars. So when you start to trade and you see your profits, they could be good profits for your account size, but because you got this number in your head, this set number in your head, this set dream illusion in your head, you're not satisfied. What happens? That's when the over leveraging happens. That's when all you over trading happens. That's when all these dumb stuff happens. Why? Because you're not satisfied by your results. But if you actually take the time to do the math, you'll realize that your results are realistic for your account size, and you actually made a decent amount. But yeah, price is just chilling right now. Like I said, I'm not really going to mess with the currency pairs because I might pull up the AUD and New Zealand pairs, like AD JPY, AD New Zealand, and maybe New Zealand JPY, or even maybe AD USD. I might pull those up. I didn't pull them up during the live because I totally forgot there was these bank holidays, even though I talked about this with the members. And I got to update the levels. So I'm going to update those levels when I get off the live. And I'll see if I even want to mess with those. But I still got eyes set on gold and the indices. Those are going to be the main things I'm going to be looking at today. But if it's super slow, I might pull up the currency pairs, the USD currency pairs, to see what's going on there. But they're probably looking bearish like gold. But that's me assuming. Again, I haven't pulled up the charts, so I could be wrong. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. If you ain't sub already, make sure to sub, because we don't just live stream daily, Monday through Friday, same time, 3 a.m. EST London session. But we got countless videos that's going to help you out. Just hit that profile and scroll, and you're going to see there's literally videos, countless trade breakdown videos, trading tip videos, got videos on risk to reward, got videos on back testing. I got a video on my $200 count challenge, literally in 3 days without over leveraging. I made 50%. And then in 2 weeks, I doubled my account. I had part 1, part 2 up there. I got videos going over my exact trading plan, multiple videos going over my exact trading plan. I got multiple videos going over multiple strategies I personally use to pass funded accounts. I've got more trade breakdowns, like literally just countless stuff. I got videos on how to trade news. What else? I got videos on how to read candlesticks. I got videos on support resistance. I got just videos talking about Forex tips, like we've been talking about all this live. But these videos are stuff outside of the charts. It's like more like a mental. We talked about mental on here too, but most of the stuff we talked about on here is not in those videos. So yeah, there's literally countless videos from over a year worth of videos. So make sure to check that out. And also make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free Telegram. All right, so if we do enter some trades, depending on if I enter 2 trades, one of them will come out. But if I only enter 1, it's going to be to the members, strictly because the members get more trades and they get the highest reward setups. So if we only enter 1 trade, it's just going to be with the members. It is what it is. But that's why I do these lives to break down the setups, because a lot of the trades, if not all the trades that me and the members enter, I break down on these lives as well. And I go over all that stuff. For those that entered late, let me break down how we did last week. What is this? Oh, that's the link. I was like, what is that? All right, so this is how we did last week. So we ended the month 14-1 with a 93% win rate. We caught a total of 27,562 pips last week. Again, you click here, I'll take you to the top. You see everything from the time the trade was entered. I will post it, I should say, my personal entry, SLs, all the TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, real time when TPs get hit, all that good stuff. And how we ended the month. We ended the month 47-5 with a 92% win rate, catching a total of 108,599 pips. And again, you click here, it'll take you all the way to the top. This is the first week. Started the first week of April 12-3. Click right here, it'll take you to the very beginning. The third, same thing. Everything's documented. Now you want to see how we did the month before that. Literally everything's documented in real time. I had marked off. I probably got to scroll. Hold on. Because I marked off how we did. Well, I might have went too far. That's what I did. My bad, y'all. So let me scroll back here. So this is how we did last quarter. So January, February, March combined, we went 199-14. So that means we won 199 trades, took 14 losses in a span of 3 months. 93% win rate, caught a total of 364,733 pips. Again, you click here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the year. What you see here is January. Again, you scroll, you're going to see the exact same thing. And if you want to see how we did last year, you can keep scrolling up and you're going to see how we did last year. Ended the December 15-0. Again, you scroll up, you keep scrolling, you know what I'm saying? literally is a year, because we started this. One was about to hit our 1 year anniversary, but we started this about this time last year. And by we, I mean me. I don't know why I'm saying we, but started this last year. Started building this community last year. You can literally scroll. Well, I guess this is when we started it, end of July. Wait, no. That's the screenshot. So we started this before July, but I think this is as far as my computer is going to let me go. But I mean, the other stuff's recorded on Instagram and TikTok. You want to see all that stuff, but this was as far as I can see right now. I'll take it all the way to August last year, see 2022, and this is when I was actually going stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I called 4 trades out for free. I was going stupid at this time. TP's getting hit. I caught 5. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to prove myself or something. What the heck? I don't know what I was doing. I caught 5. I was going stupid. What the heck? What time was this? August? I'm gonna have to see what the summer's talking about this year. Cause I briefly remember we used to enter a lot of trades, but I didn't know I was calling this many trades a day. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I caught 7 trades this day. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe. We'll be back at it tomorrow, same time. God, what was I doing? I was trying to prove a point or something. That's crazy. So I do not do that anymore. But that was during the summer. So we're going to see how this summer goes. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop off. Let me catch up to these comments before I hop off, though. Let's switch back to gold. Before we hop off, let's see what gold's talking about. Once it refreshes. Yeah, so it's still trying. But let's see what happens going into New York. All right, we're on gold right now, advanced gaming. I wouldn't say it's about to break. It's trying to break. It's literally doing the same thing. So again, let's just stay calm for a second. This is the candlestick. We're on a 15-minute time frame. We got 2 minutes before this candlestick ends. We started the stream at 3 a.m. It's about to be 4:30. So we've been on this for about an hour and a half. So this is where price was when we started the stream. So it's at the same level. It's still trying. Like I said, my SL is all the way up here, so it hasn't really hit my SL. And again, if you just look on your chart, you will see this exact same structure. So you see my stop loss is right here, above this right here. So just go on your chart. Again, I don't know what your account size is. I don't know how much you risked. But this is where my stop loss would be at, right above here, if I was in this trade. It could try to break through, but like I said, just use this as a lesson, you know what I'm saying? But drawdown is part of the game, but again, it's why we patiently wait for setups. That way we're not pulling our hair and raising our stress levels for no reason. But like I said, we are bearish, so there's that. All right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's a Monday. Monday is usually slow. And then on top of that, we got bank holidays. And then on top of that, it's a new month. So we got a lot. It's not just a regular Monday. So that's why price is pretty slow. So again, if I'm trading anything, I'm looking at gold and the indices. That's literally it. But we do have news at 10. So prices could be slow until then. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow's a regular looking day. We do got a Japanese holiday. But that's it. We can give the yen a break. We need retracements anyway. So I like to see the yen retrace tomorrow and today, to be real. But yeah, we do got reports going off pre-New York, and then pre-Tokyo session tomorrow, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. That's tomorrow's problem. But yeah, but gold's right here, so it could potentially break this level, this next candlestick or two. But again, you know what I'm saying? I'm not entering until price breaks and holds that level. Members, again, that video, I literally went over all the price levels. We're going to go over that stuff again in a couple of hours for the New York price watch list when I drop that video. But we're going to go ahead and hop off. So again, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Playmaker_Ways to Instagram, Playmaker Ways to TikTok. I post daily on both. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok because they be tripping and people be reporting my stuff. So that stuff I can't post on TikTok, like the stuff that will show like actual proof, because it's weird. You show proof and they flag you for scamming. But anyways, like if you want to see me screenshots, me in trades, student results, all that stuff's on the Instagram. And if you want to contact me directly, hit me up on Instagram. I respond to all messages. But if you message me, I mean, you can say what's up, but don't just say hi, or don't just say I have a question. You know, that is obvious. You know what I'm saying? Not to be rude, but I get a lot of messages and I got a lot of stuff to do. I'll be busy. So if I open your message, I'd like to see, you know, you can say, hey, what's up? But right after that, say your question or concern. You know what I'm saying? Because just think about it. It'll save time on both our parts. Because again, you might get me in 5 minutes, but usually it's going to, you know what I'm saying? I have a set times when I respond to messages. So if you message me, it's not that set time. I just so happen to be going through the list of messages and emails. You're going to be waiting a couple of hours. So, and that's both responding and that might be the next message, depending on how quick you respond after I respond to you. So just think about it. If it's already going to take about an hour or some change, or the end of the day when market reopens for me to respond to you and you want to answer, shoot that question in that first message. That way I can answer that and you can get that you know, your question answered or your problem solved immediately. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You want to contact me directly, hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up on Telegram too. I respond to messages on Telegram as well. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels or to join the Advanced Play Signal Room, hit them links in the description. The sale did just end, giving you a heads up, but it is still not expensive. All right, there's a yearly, monthly, and lifetime subscription. Also do one-on-one mentorships, one-on-one sessions. I'm trying to scroll because again, it's a mouthful. I was supposed to do it this weekend. I had this set up. I'm not gonna say what I'm supposed to do because I'm gonna show y'all when I do it. Well, you're gonna see it when I do it. But here's some results, but that's not what I'm trying to show you. Actually, I brain farted. I'm scrolling too far. It's right here. All right, so this is what the Advanced Play Signal is going to come with. So you get lives outside of the ones on YouTube during London session. We trade exclusively in Tokyo session. Again, I get questions. I don't understand the confusion, but maybe I don't know. I'm just going to clear it up here because I get questions like this like once a week, especially with new members. I don't know. I don't know if the wording confuses people, but I say I will be trading Tokyo session, which is true. And I'll say and trading live London session. But every time I post this, I'll get a not every time, but I get it enough for me to mention it and notice it. I'll get a message. They'll be like, "So what time are we going live tonight?" I'm like, "That's not what I said." But members, I'll always announce hours ahead of time when we'll go live outside of London session. All right, but usually the way my schedule is right now, it's going to be during New York during Red Folder News, and it's always recorded and posted. So if you do miss it or can't be live, you can watch it later. All right. I will try to throw in from Tokyo session, but I'd be busy. All right, real busy. I got other stuff I work on. I got a lot of sessions and stuff. So the way it's set up, the lives are going to be during New York, but it kind of works out anyways because most people be up during New York, and we can trade during those news events. But you also get a daily price watch list for New York. So before New York starts, I send a price watch list and updated the trades we took during Tokyo and London session, go over possible setups, key price levels, all that stuff. I'm talking about I go over all possible setups. Because again, trades I post are trades I personally enter. But just because I enter one trade doesn't mean if I don't enter another trade, it's not set up there. And members, you already know a lot of setups, most of the setups I go over end up going the way projected. But the goal isn't to enter every setup. The goal is to make sure the setups you do enter go your way. You don't want to enter every trade setup. You know what I'm saying? But there are opportunities everywhere. And then you also get the member group chat. And in the group chat, of course, it's a group chat, pretty self-explanatory, but there's also a pinned message in the group chat with the video explaining how to properly calculate your lot size to make sure no matter what we're trading, doesn't matter if it's a 50 pip stop loss, 100 pip stop loss, doesn't matter if it's an indices, 1,000 pip stop loss, we're going to make sure you're risking the same amount per trade. Because again, go to your history. If you're seeing more red than blue, that's a problem. You need to figure out what that problem is and how to fix it. But the biggest problem is if your losses cancel out your wins, especially if you're winning more than losing and you're still getting your losses to cancel out your wins, that's a problem. That's showing that you're over leveraging on some trades and you're not, well, let's keep it simple. That's showing you're not risking the same amount consistently per trade. And I get messages all the time like, why is your stop loss this? Or that's a crazy stop loss, this and that. It's like, no, it's not a crazy stop loss. You are just using a crazy lot size for your account. All right, because this disclaimer, if we go to this disclaimer, it says risk 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So if you put a lot size and you're risking more, and that's making you risk more than 1 to 5% of your account per trade, that is your fault. Because again, you can only control what lot size you put. All right. So, and you shouldn't be putting the same lot size for every trade. Now, it can be similar lot sizes, but it should not be the same exact lot size for every single trade. You're going to have to adjust at some points for the most part. But we're not going to get too complicated with that. And that's great. You're in profit, advanced gaming. But like I said, you got lucky. And I'm not saying that to be condescending. Again, I keep it 100% over here. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not here to protect feelings. I'm being 100% honest. You got lucky, and you should. I'm going to say it again, just so you understand. You got lucky. Do not think that is how you should go about trading. Again, the reason why I don't really like using that word, but you kind of did in this sense. But again, you should not be too comfortable because you're still just on this daily level. But it can break through because again, we are looking for sales, and you are going against the trend, going with the trend. So naturally, you're going to have a higher percentage of trade going your way. But again, do not think, oh, because I'm blue, I did nothing wrong. You still made a mistake. Now, I'm just going to go over your mistakes again. This isn't me attacking you, but this is for people watching this recording later and for yourself. All right. I was breaking down the trade. At 320, you asked, can we enter sales? When I was literally talking about, I was literally breaking down my analysis and you're asking, can we enter sales? So you're already not listening to what I was saying. All right. Then 2 minutes later, you asked the same question while I was talking about the setup. And then 30 seconds later, you entered. All right. Now, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, kind of the errors and mistakes there. But again, don't get comfortable because we're still on this daily level. But it can go your way. But again, that's not how you should go about trading. So don't think you did nothing wrong and it's okay. Because again, you might get lucky this time, but the one time you don't get lucky, you're going to be upset and beating yourself up. And if you continue to do stuff like this, you're going to build bad habits. And, you're going to have to fix those later. So just keep that in mind. All right. You see it rejected this level. This thing could have went left for you. So keep that in mind. And you know that because you kept asking about it multiple times after you're in trade. You kept asking me to go back to gold, go back to gold. All right. So again, I'm not saying this to pick on you. All right. Because I don't know you personally. I'm not one of those internet people. I'm saying this to simply help you. It's good that you're back or you're blue, but just understand the errors that you made. That way you can avoid making them again. Because the biggest thing people do in this industry is they continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again. And just for some reason, they don't take the time to fix it. All right. So just keep that in mind. What's going on, Successful? I see you in here. TP, I know the big lots. All right. I don't know if you're hearing me, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, same time. London session 3 a.m. EST. We out.